Physical well-being is important to campus life as well. Physical fitness has been essential to KWU students since the founding of the university. Activity was as important to the university's founders as spiritual activities, which led them to build King Gymnasium. King Gym was crucial to physical education and athletic endeavors. John Cornett recorded this in his writings, observing that
the need of a building unit that would adequately care for the physical education and athletic interests of the student body was acutely felt long before its visible provision could be arranged for. For many years, the burden rested on the heart of Dean King, who more than any other was solicitous for a gymnasium building, largely due to his personal efforts and those of a group of workers associated with him. The sum of $14,000 in cash and pledges was secured.
There was some delay between raising these initial funds and actual construction, which began with laying the cornerstone October 2nd, 1915. Cornett wrote the following about the building.
The building proper was 60 by 90 feet in size, with a front addition of 30 feet square. It contained a swimming pool of ample dimensions, shower and locker rooms, 4 office rooms, a YMCA assembly room, and a kitchen. Also, provision in the basement for a central heating plant to supply the needs of all buildings on the campus. Several class gifts added materially to the utility of the gymnasium. The class of 1915 contributed $1,000 for the purchase of a 3-dial clock, electrically illuminated and facing respectively east, west, and north. The class of 1916 contributed $1,000 toward the purchase of apparatus for the floor.
King Gym was completed in May 1916, and 6 years later, on May 31st, 1922, it was dedicated in honor of Dean A.H. King, a lifetime educator, university administrator, and Kansas Wesleyan supporter. The dedication program outlined the reason for this tribute.
In honor of A.H. King, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, who for nearly a score of years has wrought tirelessly, ceaselessly, for the welfare of Kansas Wesleyan University, the Board of Trustees most respectfully dedicate the University Gymnasium.
From 1928 to 1979, King Gym was used for a variety of activities. Physical education classes were held in the building, as well as intramural sports. The college's varsity teams used the gym for practices, and the women's basketball and volleyball teams used it for home games until 1979. The building's condition, however, deteriorated to a point where it was no longer usable, and it was replaced with Muir Gym. Sadly, in February 1987, a fire destroyed this beloved campus edifice, and it was torn down 2 months later. Construction on its replacement, the Bob D. Muir Physical Education Center, began in 1981 on the northeast corner of campus. The Carnegie Science Hall was torn down to make room for the new facility. KWU President Daniel Bratton announced the gym's construction was awarded to a Salina firm, Bob Albers Construction, with a projected cost of $725,000. The gym was named in remembrance of Bob Muir, a Salina farmer and stockman and Kansas Wesleyan supporter. A gift of $500,000 from an anonymous donor carried the stipulation that the gym be dedicated in Muir's honor. It featured 4 locker rooms, a fitness center, training room, and coaches' offices. The gym's seating capacity is 750. It is still in use today, but was incorporated into the Student Activity Center in 2008. An amazing detail related to funding Muir Gym was the student body's willingness to contribute through what was described as a self-imposed fee. This unique funding stream was outlined by the Salina Journal in a 1990 article.
Dr. Bratton had words of praise for the Kansas Wesleyan student body who voted to raise $75,000 for the new gym through a special self-imposed fee. Some of the students giving the money will not even use the gym because it will take a year to build, said Dr. Bratton. That indicates the kind of faith our students have in the college.
In addition to King and Muir gymnasiums, the campus has also enjoyed exceptional football stadiums and facilities. The Glenn L. Martin Stadium was constructed in 1939 by the National Youth Administration under the Federal Works Progress Administration. In fact, university students were employed under the WPA to build the facility. The late Bill Keeler recalled in the book What It Means to Be a Coyote that Coach Gene Johnson recruited him in 1939 to play football at Kansas Wesleyan. Coach Johnson also arranged for him and other football players to work on the stadium. As Bill recalled,
our jobs on campus that first year were mostly working on the football stadium, which was a governmental National Youth Administration work project that began in 1938. We finished up work that year and opened up the season in our brand new stadium against Sterling.
Martin Stadium was named for KWU student and early aviation pioneer Glenn Martin. Martin was one of the founders of the company that, through a series of mergers, would become Lockheed Martin. In a 1940 KWU Advance article, the author observed,
sitting nearly 1,800 persons with a fine press box available for the press and broadcasting. The stadium overlooks a fine, firm turf which has held its own throughout the drubbing to which it was subjected this year. The completion of the rooms for storage space and dressing rooms below the stands is expected before the close of 1940 through 1941 school year. And when the dedication ceremonies are held next fall, the structure and field should be at its peak in utility and efficiency.
The stadium hosted Coyote football and soccer competition through 2006. In 2014, it was demolished to make room for the new Graves Family Sports Complex. The sports complex is a state-of-the-art facility named in honor of the Graves family, lifelong supporters of Kansas Wesleyan. Most significantly, their ancestor, Henry M. Mayo, was the first graduate of Kansas Wesleyan and served as a Methodist minister. William Henry Graves served on the Kansas Wesleyan Board of Trustees. Kansas Wesleyan awarded him an honorary Doctor of Public Service in 1979. Mr. Graves' son, the Honorable Bill Graves, graduated from KWU in 1976 with a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. While at Kansas Wesleyan, he was a member of the school football team, and as many know, he went on to be elected the 43rd governor of Kansas in 1994 and served 2 terms, 1995 through 2003. Additionally, William Henry Graves' daughter, Martha Graves Reese, graduated from Kansas Wesleyan in 1974. Construction of the $7.4 million Graves Family Sports Complex began January 9, 2014, with the symbolic start of demolition of Glenn Martin Stadium. The project was completed in fall 2015, and the stadium officially opened on Homecoming Day, October 3, 2015, with the kickoff of the first football game on campus since fall 2006. Legendary coach Gene Bissell helped cut the ribbon as the new Gene Bissell Field was dedicated, and in 2014, athletic director Mike Herman noted the value of the new complex to KWU student-athletes beyond sports. He commented that,
"It will be a place where our student-athletes can learn leadership and character on quality playing fields, and where we can all begin making new memories and traditions at Kansas Wesleyan University."